You know that feeling when dusk settles and shadows start to play tricks on your imagination? When the world seems to hold its breath, and every rustle in the trees feels like it could be something more? That's the moment when stories come alive. When the ordinary transforms into the extraordinary, and the line between reality and legend begins to blur. That's the world of Sleepy Hollow, a small, misty valley in New York, immortalized by Washington Irving's chilling tale, The Legend of Sleepy Hollow. Nestled along the banks of the Hudson River, this village is shrouded in fog and mystery, its quiet streets echoing with the footsteps of the past. But what's the real story behind this legendary ghost, and why has it haunted our culture for over 2 centuries? What is it about this tale that keeps us coming back, generation after generation, eager to be thrilled and chilled all over again? Let's travel back to 1790, a time when America was a patchwork of wild forests and quiet villages. The country was young, its people surrounded by untamed nature and the unknown, their lives shaped by superstition as much as by fact. In the heart of this landscape sits Sleepy Hollow, a place Irving describes as drowsy, where the air itself seems enchanted. The village seems to exist in a dream, suspended between the waking world and the realm of spirits. Here, folklore whispers through the trees, and the most famous phantom of all lurks, the Headless Horseman. He's more than just a ghost, he's a symbol of the unknown, a shadowy figure who rides the border between fear and fascination. Now, Irving didn't just pull this specter out of thin air. He was a master storyteller, but he was also a collector of legends, drawing inspiration from the tales and superstitions that swirled around him. His inspiration came from real European legends of headless riders, stories told by Dutch settlers who called the valley home. These tales traveled across the ocean, evolving with each retelling until they found new life in the American wilderness. The American Revolution added even more fuel. Locals believed a Hessian soldier decapitated by a cannonball wandered these woods searching for his lost head. The echoes of war, loss and longing gave the legend a haunting realism. Irving took these tales, added his own twist, and gave us Ichabod Crane, the awkward superstitious schoolmaster who would forever be linked to terror on a moonlit bridge. Ichabod's journey is both comical and tragic, a dance with fear that feels all too familiar. But why does this story endure? Why do we still gather around to share it year after year as if hoping to glimpse the horseman ourselves? Well, at its heart, Sleepy Hollow isn't just about ghosts, it's about the way stories shape our fears, and how those fears shape our lives. It's about the thrill of the unknown, and the comfort we find in sharing those chills with others. It's about the power of belief. The more we believe in a story, the more real it becomes. Sometimes, real enough to chase us through the night. Irving's characters live in a world where stories shape reality. In Sleepy Hollow, a whispered rumor can become a living nightmare, and a legend can step out of the shadows at any moment. Ichabod's fear, fed by local legends, literally chases him through the night. His imagination, stoked by ghost stories, becomes his greatest enemy. And in a way, don't we all have our own headless horseman? Those fears that feel just as real in the dark? Whether it's a childhood nightmare or an adult anxiety, we all know what it's like to be haunted by something we can't quite see. The legend also captures the American imagination, this collision of old-world superstition and new-world independence. It's a story about the past clinging to the present, about the ghosts we carry with us as we forge a new identity. It's a uniquely American ghost story where the landscape itself becomes a character and the line between fact and folklore blurs. The forests, the bridges, the mist, they all play their part in weaving the legend. Today, Sleepy Hollow isn't just a story, it's a living, breathing place, where the past and present mingle, and the legend is never far from people's minds. It's a real place, where visitors hunt for the old bridge, wander through ancient cemeteries, and wonder, just for a moment, if the horseman might ride again. The thrill of the unknown lingers in the air, drawing people from all over the world. The legend lives on in films, TV, and Halloween costumes, proving that a great ghost story never really dies. Each retelling adds a new layer, keeping the spirit of Sleepy Hollow alive for new generations. So the next time you hear hooves pounding in the night, or just catch a shiver down your spine, remember Sleepy Hollow. Remember the power of a story to shape your world, and the thrill of letting your imagination run wild. Because some legends are too good to stay buried. And in the quiet moments when the world grows still, you might just find yourself believing in them all over again.